Good evening, world. It's 6 o'clock. Hope you guys enjoyed my video I made this morning. Yeah. Did you eat all the Ivan? No. I made fried rice with pork. I had two, pretty small plates of fried rice with pork and honey garlic sauce. So it was really good. I made it myself. It was really good. Yeah. Ivan, you can also make food too. Yes, I can. I'm gifted, man. I have the gifts. I can make good food too, obviously. I told you I'm not interested in food or restaurants and the culinary arts. I'm not interested in that, man. I want to be movie star VJ. I don't want to do restaurants and hotels and parks. I'm not interested in that stuff. My dream is to be a movie star. It's not doing that other stuff right now. That's all you ate today, Ivan? Yeah, I had like two medium-sized plates of food and that's it. I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat lunch. I just ate my dinner. Like I just finished my dinner right now at 6 o'clock. That's how I dropped weight. I'm now 258, guys. I'm in the 250s. So if I keep doing the intermediate fasting like Sam Shamoon did, obviously, end of the year I can hit maybe 230, maybe 230 end of the year. I might even hit 230 maybe by August. I might drop maybe 8 pounds a month, right? When you go on the treadmill, right now I'm just gonna do the fasting thing because I don't have energy to work out. But like if I get another job, a non-dishwashing job, or that dishwashing job at Shadow Car Saver Abs, I can go on the treadmill. Because yeah. I told you I wouldn't mind working full time at Dindy's as a dishwasher because Dindy's dishwashing is not that the system of washing dishes at Dindy's is better than Coco Frutti. It's not as stressing on the body and the mind. Whereas Coco Frutti, the system I don't like. They just keep bringing dishes. Whereas Dinty's, they have a system where the waiters they bring dishes, but like the majority of the dishes they put in the bin. Then once the bin is full, they bring the bin and you wash the dishes. It's a better system. I don't have at 3 o'clock. I don't have to wash every single dish in the kitchen. Whereas Coco Frutti, the system is just they just keep bringing plates. And at the end of my shift, I have to wash all the dishes at the end of my shift, obviously, which is stressing because I have to wash every single dish that I have to wash. And you have like a mountain of dishes. It takes me like an hour and a half to close, man. It's crazy. It's stressing shit. Yeah. Sincere? Yeah. Live one when you post your picture. When I hit like the 230s, I'll post my first transformation picture. I only have 18 pounds to go. And I'm 240, so I want to wait till I lose another 20 pounds. Maybe by August I might hit 238 maybe, and I'll post my first. I have two stages of my transformation. One when I'm like 238, whatever it is, and the next one when I'm 194, 195. I want to get down to 194, right? What about the junk food? The junk food I only eat twice a week. There will be some weeks where I cheat a little bit, maybe 3 days a week I eat junk food, but I'm gonna do a thing. The day I get paid, that's the day I eat the junk food because I just got my check. So this Sunday when I get paid, I'll eat the junk food. Well, you have I might have Glenwood Pizza. Glenwood Pizza also has amazing burgers, guys. I recommend you guys try their burgers. One of the best in Elmer, man. Just as good as Snack Shack. If it's I like it even better than Snack Shack, their burgers. I recommend you guys now when you try Glenwood Pizza, you try their burgers too. Their Belmont burger, it's amazing. Hey, you're welcome, guys. I'm warning your brand right now. That's what I am. Then next Thursday, I'll get the junk food too. And next Thursday, I'm going to get my bike fixed. Yeah. Did you take your bike to a bike shop? Yes, I did. I took my electric bike to the bike shop in the Elmer Mall, but that one they don't fix e-bikes. But the one in the marina, I called them today. They said they fix e-bikes, they fix brakes. I have to fix my brakes. I have to install a new seat on my bike, and they told me it can cost me anywhere from $40 to $140. I'm gonna get my bike fixed right away. That way I can bike to Coco Frutti because I'm very tired when I finish my shift at Coco Frutti. It's tiring when you walk. I can bike to Dinty's. You know. Get my e-bike fixed. Yeah. Did any of the jobs get back to you, Ivan? Nah, man. None of the jobs got back to me, man. Obviously, I asked the boss for more shifts, but he didn't give me more shifts. No, Ivan, you only work 3 days a week. 3 days a week, I only make $600. So it's like, I want to make my 800 plus, right? That way I'm doing pretty good and I can pay my bills and everything. Yeah, because I want to save my money. I have to get my book proofread. And that book, Zanus, is a journey for me becoming king. That's why I want to save my money and get it proofread and design my cover for my book, which I'll be doing next year, right? Yeah. 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 I called the Shadow Cartier. And I left a message. I'm like, yeah, I applied to the dishwashing position at the restaurant, Shadow Cartier. You can, if you're interested, you can get back to me. And I said my phone number and my cell number. So hopefully they get back to me. I don't know if they will, but most likely not, maybe. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. This video will only be an hour, guys. I'm not gonna talk for long. I'm a little tired right now. I just ate my food and I feel a little bloated. Yeah. I don't know, you bluffing. You're really 258. Yeah, I am. I weigh myself on 258. I'm at 250s now. Yeah, that's why I'm taking advantage of it. Once I weighed myself when I was 260, I'm like, holy shit. I lost like 14 pounds. Last time I weighed myself, I was like 273 when I was going on the treadmill. Now I'm 260. I might as well take advantage of it, and that's why I've been doing my fasting. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I just eat dinner. 1 or like 2 small plates of food, and that's it. Obviously, like yesterday, all I ate was my Dinty's food. And I had 2 chocolate bars. But that's it. I cheat a little bit. I had 2 chocolate bars, but I'm 258 right now. So if I keep it up with my fasting, by end of June, I should be maybe 254, 253. And then the end of July, I should be in the 240s. And maybe by September, I hit 230s, maybe 238. And I create my Twitter account. I'll either post it on YouTube or I'll create a Twitter account, a new Twitter account, and I'll post my transformation on Twitter. So all you guys who have Twitter will see it. People who don't have Twitter will not see my transformation, obviously. Because now you can't. No, you can still see my pictures, obviously, on Twitter, yeah, on Google, right, yeah. In the whole world. You guys will be a bit blown away when I'm 238. Ivan looks like what he did when he did that short film. Yeah, when I did that short film, I was like 235 around there. I looked pretty average size. I wasn't skinny, but I was average size. I looked like that. When I went on E5, the 194, the whole world's blown over my transformation. Holy shit. Ivan's looks fucking hunky-dory when he's skinny, man. It's a different Ivan, yeah. Because the real you is when you're skinny, right? All the people in the world who are fat, the real you is when you're skinny. And a lot of people who are fat, when they lose weight, they look a lot more handsome, obviously. That's why I recommend all you guys around the world who are overweight, drop the weight, and you'll look better, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but if you have a wife, man, like, you shouldn't get a girlfriend. Look, man, I'm 100% justified getting my girlfriend. Victoria Justice is a cheating whore. She had her first share of boyfriends and her lovers in Hollywood. I'm 100% justifying getting my girlfriend, man. If VJ gives me hell, I'm gonna ignore her. She's not worthy of judgment, man. You sinned against your husband your whole life, VJ. I'm not gonna do that, man. You keep fucking guys on my back. I'm gonna get my girlfriend too. There you go. Karma's a bitch, man. I'm sorry, man. If you're pissed off, I'm sorry. I'm gonna ignore you because you're gonna keep seeing the guys. Because I'm not gonna listen to you. Don't hate me, listen, yeah. You can't have your full cake, VJ. That's a part of that, man. Whereby you think it's okay for you to have boyfriends and see men behind my back. It's not okay for me to touch one chick. You're crazy, man. I'm not gonna listen to you. You're not worthy to judge me, and you know it. I shut you up for good, man. I shut BG up for good. She can't say shit. There you go. Yeah. Well, I even won't do that to me. I'm like, VJ, I already asked the man you want on a date like 2 years ago, man. Like, I'm not playing around. I'm actually gonna pursue a chick, man. I'm gonna get my girlfriend. You're pissed off. I'm sorry. Karma is a bitch. There you go. Sarah? Yeah. Oh, I worked more at Goal 40. Well, I had 3 days off this week. So I'm relaxed. I have 3 days off, so yeah. I'll give it maybe 2 more months at Dinty's. If I don't see the chick that I like at Dinty's after 2 months, I might end up quitting Dinty's and I might just work full time at another job if I get another job. Or if I don't, I'll ask the boss for 5 days a week. I can just quit Dinty's. But I like working at Dinty's. I like working at Dinty's, obviously. I get tip out there. Get free drinks there, yeah. Like coffee and like soft drinks there, yeah. And dishwashing there is not as stressing as Coco Fruity. But like the manager told me, Ivan, you're only going to be working once a week for the whole summer. If I work once a week, I'm only getting like a $180, $190 paycheck. Is it really worth staying at Dinty's? Or is it worth having 2 jobs, only working 1 shift? You might as well just work full time at your other job, right? That's the point, right? Yeah. I like working at these. It is not as stressing as Coco Fruity, right? I get tipped there too. I make not bad tip. My $40, $30 tip, not bad. It's not for me to get my beer and smokes right, yeah. 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 Ivan, your stepmother already tell you that Zane's #1? Yeah, she did. She's like, Ivan, that book's #1. And Holly would love this, Ivan. They'll be all over your story. She told me that when they sat me upstairs. Holly would love this, Ivan. Yeah, when they sat me upstairs 3 years ago. 4 years ago. No, 3 years ago, 2022. They sat me upstairs early 2022 when I started my listening series. The only reason why I came back on this channel is because I thought I'd be paying the fee in 2022. And they delayed it. Okay, I might as well make listening. I started off the listening series, and after that, I decided to show my face. But you better enjoy these Salvador's versus Wise from Canada because what I'm king, I'm not making rules for you. I'm gonna keep saying that. You want to keep behind the scenes, you barely deserve, man. I'm kept behind the scenes. It's your fault. It's not my fault, man. I'm not gonna have you dupe me and make sabotage videos for you and you act like I wash myself and you make fun of the mess behind my back. I'm piecing the fuck out with VJ once I pay the fee. I'm taking my money, I take my wife, and I piece the fuck out. You're left behind, you're not saved. You get what you fucking deserve. There you go. Yeah. No, I mean, it's not fair. Like, you just take your money, you take your wife after what we did to you. You just piece the fuck out. You're gonna live forever in this world's most outlaw. You're a king and queen, living that moment of life. When we're left out of that, Ivan, yes, I set the whole thing up, man. You get what you deserve. You wanted to keep me behind the scenes. That's why I'm king. Ivan the Murder's kept behind the scenes. It's your fault, man. Don't blame me. It's your fault. You would have seen me in the public eye, but you guys are fucking stupid people, man. I'm sorry, man. There's no way I'm gonna let you get beat out there, so that Ivan. And we never know what it's like for you, fucking beautiful creatures from God, to have sex, man. Like, that's a price. You guys see that price because you're crazy people. Yeah. Because you knew if you let me be the VJ and you saw my glory in the public eye, you're never going to know what it's like for I and VJ to have sex. That's the only price you pay because we turn you on so much. But you would have been saved and you would have experienced the amazing glory of God in the public eye. And you chose to cause mess and make us pay and see Ivan and VJ's glory behind the scenes. But even though you're seeing my glory behind the scenes, because it's not in the public eye, you feel left out. You're left behind. That's why all the Hollywood actors for Zanes are going to beg, because they don't want to be left behind. They want to be saved by the two gods. They don't want to be left behind. And Sky Source is better than Hollywood. I can pay more, better perks, crazier fame, and bigger budget movies. They know my company's better than Hollywood. I can pay them more. That's why all the Zanes fans are going to beg. Maybe you should resign them, but I'm not going to resign them. They're not good for the Great Escape with Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry. You know. I didn't shower yet, guys. After this, I'm going to take a nice hot shower. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're going to make Zanes for $2.1, yeah, if I make my 10, 14, 12, 15, 16, 20 billion, I'll make Zanes for 2.1. But if I make 20 plus billion, I can put 3 billion towards Zanes. I'm not going to go any higher than 3 billion. I don't want to waste my money. I can put $1 billion per volume, but if I make under 20, I'll put 2.1 billion towards my movie. If I make 20, I can put maybe 2.3, a bit more. I make Zanes for maybe 730 million, something like that, a bit more, but it's going to be around that 2.0 range I make Zanes for. But if I make like my 30, 40, 50 or something like that, and I'm shocked, I'll make Zanes for 3 billion. $1 billion for volume, and I can put 650 million towards visual effects, a bit more. You get an even better world building, better battle scenes, and unheard of, even scarier horror. But $400 million towards visual effects and $150 million towards the mass, I mean, that's already horrific enough. That's a revolution of technology. That's already unheard of, obviously, right? But I told you, because my book is in English, only the English speaking won't buy my book. The foreign world won't buy it. They don't understand English. They can't purchase my book. And that's why I'm most likely going to make my 10, 12, 14, 15, 18, $20 million off the book, off the Zanes book. As I usually like, how's the money you have your book, by the way? I made $12.5 million. You made $12.5 million with a B? I'm like, yeah. She's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. I know. A lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. I have 2 beers left. I'll save my 2 beers for my video, my show. After this, I'll take a nice hot shower while I upload the video, and then I'll watch the show with you guys with my 2 beers. So that's why God gave the keys, Ivan. Yes, because he knew the gatekeepers were consumed with their envy. Yeah, even if Ivan Celso was never let him and VJ be built multi-billionaires, the proof is VJ, right? She has the key. She's only worth $12 million. The Gates have an envy, hence why I came with the keys. I knew, my father knew they were consuming their envy. Yeah, I gotta give her the keys, that way you can be king, and VJ can with you, and you can control your own money and get your freedom, and the Gates don't steal your money. Because if they control your money, Ivan, they're never gonna let you and VJ be billionaires. It's not gonna happen, Ivan. Kiss your billions goodbye. They're never gonna let you be a billionaire. They might let me be worth maybe 100 million. If I'm lucky, 80 million, but they're never gonna let me be worth my billions. That's why I came with the keys, so I can make my billions. Off my Zane's brand, my book, my movie merchant game, I can make my billions. And the Gates don't touch my money, they don't dupe me. That's why God gave me the keys, I know the Gates don't dupe me. So sorry. He gave me the keys for a reason, because he knew the gatekeepers are envious. Yeah, even they have an envy, they envy you and VJ's genetic beauty, your genetic perks, and they envy your wealth. Hence why they lock the doors on both of us. Hence why I came with the keys, so where the Gates don't dupe me. Some Sarah. Yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. I want to be a full-time author because, man, being an author is not my dream. I don't want to be an author. I only roll Zanes. I had no choice. The gatekeepers all the way for me. Yes, I had a blast writing Zanes, but being an author is not my dream. Being an author is a bit boring. You just sit in your computer, you write an amazing book. Yeah, it's cool being a famous author, but being a movie star is much cooler than being an author. Yes, there's more money to be made in writing books. If your book is a mega hit, obviously. If your book is a mega hit, you make more money writing books than you do movies. But it has to be a huge mega hit like J.K. Rowling or Game of Thrones. Because I have the keys, my books will be a mega hit, but I'd rather be a famous movie star than be a famous author, Sarah. That's my point. That's my dream. Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. What will VJ want to do with you? VJ will want to be a movie star with me too. So tell me, yeah, Ivan, even though I love music, we can do singles on the side. Being a movie star is much more cool than being a famous musician or something like that. Yeah, like music is fun, but I'd rather be a movie star than do music. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, I want to start that Scotch Entertainment company with you. Let's make Zanus, yeah. Obviously. Yeah, we make Zanes for $2 million. We can afford it. We have enough money in our bank to fund their movie with our own cash, man. Fucking boss, yeah. Ivan, do you think you'll make less than 10? No. I should make my 10 plus, at least, right? You're looking at hundreds of millions of orders, right? You're looking at easily 600 million copies sold, 600 plus million copies sold. So I should make my 10 plus off the book. Maybe 11, 12. I make 12 billion off the book, yeah. The Gates want to steal that money while they're making their trillions every year, man. No way, man. Zero. You're not touching a dime of the money, man. Those billions are for me, just not for you, man. You're just a greedy pig, man. You're a greedy psychopath. The families are greedy psychopaths, man. Like, all that money in the world goes to you and you want to steal my money too? No way. You're not touching a dime of the money, man. This money's for me, it's not for you. I have the keys to the kingdom. I don't have to sell to my stepfamily and VJ's stepfamily. No way, man. These billions are for me, VJ. It's not for you, man. You guys are just greedy pigs. You want to take all our money and destroy our life. No way, man. I'm not sharing with a garbage wife. No way. I'd rather be single, man, than share with a garbage wife. You know. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna make coffee. At 30-minute mark, I'm gonna go upstairs and make my coffee. This video won't be long. I'll only talk for an hour, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I rewatched the Sam Shamoon debate with JP. Obviously, when I rewatched it, obviously, and I really, really, really really carefully watched the debate. Sam Shamoon won that debate. If you watch it at face value, you might think JP won, but when you really, really watch it, you know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, Sam won that debate, obviously. Yeah, by a bit, right? I told you it's tough to defend the intercession of the saints, obviously, but I think even though it's tough for Sam to defend, I think he did win that debate when you really, really carefully watch it. Because when I watched it live, at face value, it looked like JP was beating Sam. When you really, really watch it, Sam Shamoon turned the arguments against him, and JP was inconsistent with his arguments, obviously. And yeah, Sam didn't beat him by a lot. He barely won that, but he beat him. If you really, really watch it, obviously. I told you, Sam Shamoon really loses his debates, right? It's very rare for him to lose a debate. He always beats his opponents because he's an amazing apologist, obviously. I told you, when it comes to intercession of the saints and the Mariology doctrine, that's where I think Sam will have a tougher time. Because Sam's an amazing debater, even when he debates those topics, he could perhaps beat you, right? Obviously, when you watch the debate, obviously. I told you, the Mariology doctrine, as I refuted, obviously, and intercession of the saints is a tough doctrine to defend. It's very tough to find passages in Scripture to support it. You really have to force your bias into the text to try and defend us. Yeah, but you believe Jesus is a bad deed. Yeah, but I admitted that there are passages in the Bible whereby a Christian could perhaps refute me with that passage, right? I'm humble enough to say that. But I think I could defend it pretty well. But it'd be a very tight debate if I would defend that. It'd be a back and forth, obviously. Samsara. I humbled myself. Yeah. Anyways, I'm sidetracking. Yeah. Ivan, what if you make like your 30, 40, 50 billion off your book? Will you raise the amount for the actors? No. What I'm paying them's enough. I'm not going to overpay these guys and have them dupe me, man. No way. I'm not going to raise the amount, man. They don't make that in Hollywood, those actors. Those Hollywood actors. There's a reason why I'm making way more than you, because I'm much bigger than you. I'm a son of God, man. Those Hollywood actors are very small compared to me. They're very, very small. They're puny compared to me. I don't mean to be cocky. It's just the truth. When it comes to me and those big A-listers and all of them, they're very small compared to me, man. And me and VJ, right? They're puny. They're not the Son of God and the Spirit of God. Yeah, they're not God. That's why I make way more than them, obviously. But I'm still making sure they get paid good money, right? I told you, it's highly unlikely I'm going to make my 50, 40, 30. I'm going to make my 10 to 20. I'm probably going to make maybe my 8, 9, 7 for my movies. Well, for Zays, I'll make maybe my 7, 8. But all my movies after that, I'm probably going to make my 4 or maybe my 5. The Great Escape, I might make maybe 5 off that, 4.8 off that. And that's why you got to be careful how much royalties you give these A-listers, Ivan, because their agents and managers are greedy pigs, man. Keanu Reeves' agents are greedy pig. Robert Downey Jr., Ben Affleck's agents are greedy pigs. Denzel Washington's agents are greedy pig. Tom Cruise's agent is a really, really greedy pig, yeah. Yeah. Like, Tom Cruise's agent might try and push for that $300-400 million for Tom Cruise. I'm like, you guys are crazy, man. He's not worth that, man. Ivan, he's big, man. Do you know how big Tom Cruise is? I'm like, guys, man, don't play that game with me. He may be big in Hollywood. In my movie, he's not the main show, man. It's not really about him. It's about me, VJ. I'm not gonna have Tom Cruise do like that, man. He gets his 185. He's not getting any more than that, man. You guys are getting greedy, man. I'm not gonna pay him $400. That's a good chunk of my profits. Are you crazy? He's ripped me off, man. The whole world's mainly buzzing about The Great Escape because of me and VJ, not because of Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves and Ben Affleck. They help build buzz because they're bigger A-list actors, obviously. They're going to help make my movie better and everything. That's why I'm paying a lot of money, but they're not the main show. And so I'm not going to let those agents and managers in Hollywood dupe me and VJ Samsara. Beware, Ivan, of the greedy agents and managers in Hollywood. They're greedy pigs. Beware of them. Even Robert Downey Jr., if he's chosen, he's a greedy pig. He might want 200, 250. I'm like, no, Robert, man. You get your like 140. If he's worth like 420, then he gets his 135, 140 of the film profits. That's good enough. Ivan, what about 250? I'm like, no. Ivan, Robert Downey Jr. is big, man. You know how big this guy is? I'm like, guys, man, don't play that game with me. He may be in Hollywood, and my movie's not the main event, man. I'm not going to have these Hollywood actors, agents, and managers dupe me, man. So I'm saying, I'm already paying you enough. You don't make this knowledge, but don't hate me. I'm saying, yeah. Well, some of them be pissed off. Some of them might be a bit pissed off. Look, man, if you don't like my offer, you're more than welcome to work Hollywood Left Behind. If you love my offer, it's just alive. Yeah, I give a good deal. So I'm saying, give me a sec, guys. I'm going to go upstairs and make a coffee myself. I'll be back in a sec. Skip me, don't away. I hope you guys enjoy this show. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. I went upstairs to brew my coffee, so in a good like 8 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. Ivan, you drink a lot of coffee? Yeah, I do. Well, not really. I usually drink like, I only really drink coffee like when I make videos, right? But when I don't make videos, I barely drink coffee. I used to drink a lot of coffee when I was younger in my 20s. I would drink a shitload of coffee. But now I tone it down. But I'm a coffee drinker. I like coffee too, right? I like coffee too. Yeah. Now my room's a mess. I gotta clean it, man. It's an absolute mess. I was gonna clean today, but I'm lazy. Yeah. Maybe after this, I'm gonna go over my book, and I'll take a shower, and I'll watch the show with you guys, right? Because I gotta be serious with my book. I'm almost done the second chapter of Volume 3. I'm towards the end of it. But I have 2 other chapters to go through, obviously. What are you mainly going over it for, Ivan? The dialogue. That way you know who's talking. I'm going over that. That way the proofreader's not confused, and you guys are not confused. Obviously. But usually when you read my book, you can tell who's talking by the flow of the dialogue. But in Volume 3, I gotta maybe polish up a little bit of that, because I want to confuse you guys, right? Now, I've been adding some stuff, too, to make it more interesting, obviously, but... Yeah, I add very little because my book's already a masterpiece. I don't have to add that much. It's already a masterpiece, obviously. Like, I added more to the dispute scene. It's even more interesting now. I added a few more stuff in it, yeah. Well, I went over it a couple days ago. Yeah. Like, why do the agents and managers want a bigger chunk of the back end? Because they know they're not stupid. They know MeVija have the keys to the kingdom more special. They know it's billions in net profits. That's why they want a bigger chunk of the pie. They're greedy. They're really, the agents and managers in Hollywood are really going to try and get a piece of the back end money because that's where the real money is. The front end money, I'm limited to how much I can pay you because I have a budget. They'll still try and get more money out of the front end, but the real money is the back end, and hence why their agents are going to tell the actors, yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to do our very best to get you a bigger paycheck from the back end from Ivan's company, but I'm not going to have these guys do that. No way. Yeah. Like John Boyega's agent for Zane's might want 20 and 18 million of the film profits. I'm like, look, man, you guys are pissing me off. John Boyega's not worth that, man. He gets his 8.5. If he's worth 20 by then or 18, 19, I can give him 10. But he's not getting 18. He's not worth that. And everyone else done, man. I'm like, no, John, you're getting 9. You're not worth 12, man. You're getting greedy, Samsara. If John's worth, like, let's say 18 million by then, 20 million by then, I can pay him maybe 9.3, 9.4, a bit more, but I'm not going to pay him like 12 million. He's not worth that. I have to watch it for my budget too, man. I have to follow the budget. I can't overpay everyone, and I no longer have enough money to pay the crewmen. The Hollywood, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit crewmen, they need to get paid too, right? Yeah. So Russell Crowe's greedy too. Yeah, his agent might want maybe 70, 80, 100 million of the film profits. I'm like, no, Russell Crowe gets 55. He doesn't get that, man. He's not worth that. I'm saying. I have a structure on how much I pay people. If the guy's worth like 120, 130, you don't pay that guy any more than 55 or 60. But Russell Crowe, I'm not paying him any more than 55 million of the film profits. That's enough for him. He gets his 18 million for his base, and he gets a 9.7 million sign bonus. He gets 300K for the promos, and he gets his speaking fee money, and he gets like 4 million for the game, and like 3.3 million for the merch. That's like a 90 million deal, which is 100 like 2 million deal in his Australian money. Russell Crowe, massive contract for him. It's a deal, Ivan. A 100 million deal. I don't even make this on water. I make like my 12, 15, 20. I know. Holy shit. Your company blows out of the water. I know. He's like, Sky Source blows out of the water. It blows out of the water, man. That's how much Robert Downey Jr. is making for Avengers. And Robert Downey Jr. is worth way. He's much bigger than Russell Crowe. He's worth like his $300 million. That's how much I'm paying Russell Crowe for my Zane's movie if I choose him right now. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, what about $1 million for the promos? I'm like, guys, you're getting greedy, man. I'm not gonna pay Russell Crowe $1 million for the promos, man. You guys are fucking crazy people, man. I know you smell blood in the water. You want to make as much money as you can off my movie project. I'm not paying Russell Crowe $1 million for the promos. You rip me off. He gets 300K for that, man. You guys are crazy. If I pay all these actors like 800 grand for the promos, they'll rip me off and they're gonna drain my budget. I have to pay the crewmen their 150K and 200K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like people tell me, you gotta watch out for your budget, man, how much you're paying all these guys, right? You have to have room to pay the Lord of the Rings Hobbit crewmen. Yeah. You have to have room to pay those guys. Because Peter will be helping me keeping track of the budget for the salaries and everything, how much money is getting burned. Peter has to help me with that, man. He's my executive producer. He's the co-boss with me. Well, me and Peter's the boss over Peter, but Peter will be the boss over the movie when he does the movie, obviously. He's the boss. Because Peter likes being the boss. Peter will tell me, if you want me to direct a movie, I want to have full control. You have full control, but not like 100% full control, Peter. I have some say too in some stuff, like the concept arts and what Ayrton look like. I have some say in that stuff. I'm sorry. Give me a sec, guys. I'll use a bathroom. Back in a sec. Let's go. We guys on the show. Alright, guys, I'm back. I had to use the bathroom. I won't tell you what I did. It's gross, but I had to use the bathroom. These diabetic pills make me go to the bathroom, man. Yeah. That's what the doctor told me. Yeah. They always ask me, do you go to the washroom a lot, the bathroom a lot? I'm like, yeah, I do. Because diabetic pills make you go to the bathroom, right? Yeah. Ivan, what about Timmy Chalamet? Timmy Chalamet just depends how big he is. Chances are by the time I do Zanus, Timmy Chalamet might be worth maybe his $40 million. He's worth $25 million now. By then, he'll be worth maybe $40 million. So you can pay him his 10.2, 10.3, and you give him $60 million of film profits. And you pay him like $1 million for the merch. You pay him like $2.2 million for the game to be in the game. Obviously, as the role of Papyri, the farmer boy, right? But Yvonne George is my first choice. He's cheaper too, right? Yeah, people tell me, yeah, Timmy Chalamet is good, Ivan, but like he's more expensive, and I picture Papyri more as like he has more of that Persian Arab look. Hence why I think Yvonne George is better for the role than Timmy Chalamet. But Timmy Chalamet is a better actor than Yvonne George, and he's a better actor than Dev Patel, and he'll build more buzz because he's a smaller A-lister. Whereas Yvonne George is a B-list actor, hybrid rising star, whatever you want to say, right? He's a B-list actor, and Dev Patel is like a rising star actor. I think they're better for the role than Timmy Chalamet in terms of the look of Papyri and everything, and the character, yeah. But Timmy Chalamet is a better actor, though, than those guys. So I'm saying, that's my point. And he's more expensive, but he'll build more buzz. Russell Crowe will build a lot of buzz because he's a big, powerful actor in Hollywood. And it's like Peter might tell me, Ivan, go for Russell Crowe, or he might choose Viggo because he's biased. Viggo did Lord of the Rings with Peter. Right? Viggo, I can pay him his $10 million for his base. He gets $16 million of the film profits. So that's a good deal for Viggo. Ivan, what about 20 for Viggo of the royalties? I'm like, no, Viggo's not worth that. He's worth 40 now, by then he'll be worth 50. But even if Viggo's worth 50, I'm not going to pay him anymore because Maramis is a pretty major character. So you also have to pay actors based on how much they contribute to the role. Maramis is a supporting character, but he's not as major as some of the other actors when you read the book. He's a pretty major character. He's in the prologue, he's in Young Takis and all stuff, but I'm not going to go any higher than that for Viggo because you have to watch my budget. Viggo gets 10 million for his base, and he gets 16 million of the film profits. That's a good deal for Viggo. And Don Cheadle gets the same amount of money. You can pay Viggo his million for the merch. He gets like 2.2, 2.3 million for the game. That's a good deal for Viggo. He'll be doing the game work too. He'll be in the game or Don Cheadle, whoever I choose. Don Cheadle is my first choice. Viggo's my second choice. My third choice is Russell Crowe. And those three guys have me competing hard for the role of Maramis for my movie. So I'm sorry. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go upstairs and get a coffee myself. I'll be back in a sec. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Well, Sky Frozen Zanus, right? As usual. Yeah. Don't hate those, then. Skip the video, don't wait that long. Alright, guys, I'm back. Went upstairs to get my coffee. Yeah, you gotta beware of the greedy agents and managers in Hollywood, man. They're greedy pigs, man. Yeah, they'll accept my deal. They don't make this in Hollywood, right? They're gonna try and push for money, but once I'm very strict, they know that I'm in no room for bargaining. They're like, okay, Ivan, it's a deal. We don't even make this in Hollywood. Yeah, you guys don't make this in Hollywood, man. Yeah. Yeah. Which agents are the greediest, Ivan? The A-list actors agents. Even the B-list actors agents are greedy too, right? Everyone, all the agents want to do whatever they can to make more money for themselves. That's why they're going to push for more money. They might push for $7 million for Yvonne George. I'm like, no, Yvonne George is not worth $7 million. He gets 4 or 3.5, 3.7, whatever it is. However much Peter pays him, right? Yeah. Yvonne George doesn't gain any more than $4 million for his base for the movie contract. And you don't pay him any more than 5.5, Peter, of the film profits. He's not getting more than that. That's a good deal for him. He signed like an 11.5, $12 million deal with all his earnings. The game, the base, his movie earnings, and his film profit earnings, his promo money, and his merch money. Evangelo gets $250K for the merch. It's a good deal for him, man. Yeah, he signed like an 11.5, $12 million deal. If he makes $1.3 million in speaking, he signed like his $12 million deal, Evangelo J. So he's walking away with like 6-something million in his bank. That's a fat contract for him. He'll never make that in Hollywood in a while, right? Yeah. Here's Ivan. You chose the right cast. I can picture Von Jojo as Papari Ivan, the farmer boy. He has that Persian Jesus disciple look. I know. I'm like, yeah, people say, holy shit, Ivan. I can picture Naomi as Mary Ivan. Yeah, people tell me that. Ivan, you chose the right cast. Idris Elba is good for your father, Ivan. Like, yeah, I show him the Google picture. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, you chose the right cast. And Andy Serkis as just Job, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, man. I can picture Andy Serkis as Job, Ivan the pothead. Yeah. He was born to play Job, Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis is a class act character, man. He was born to play Job. That's why I'm not going to have anyone compete with Andy Serkis. Nobody can beat Andy Serkis for Job, right? Peter's like, yeah, Ivan, don't even waste your time with Andy Serkis. Nobody can beat him for Job, man. He was born to play the pothead. Yeah, nobody can beat Andy Serkis for Job. You just can't beat that, man. Andy Serkis is a class act guy. You can't beat Andy Serkis for Job, man. He's too good, man. Yeah. Yeah. Andy Serkis even kind of looks like a pothead. Like his facial demeanor, the way he talks and everything. Yeah, he looks like a guy who smokes a lot of weed. Yeah, he was born to play Job. But yeah, Andy Serkis, you have to be high all the time. All the time he's high in the movie. Because when you read the book, Job is always high. He smokes weed like all the time. Like every time he just takes out a pipe of weed, he smokes weed. Yeah. Job is a very interesting character when you read it. As you guys read, right? He's an interesting character when you read it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Like when you read the book, Job wants to be an archer with Sirius. That way he has more time to smoke his pipe of weed. When you read the book, yeah, I want to be an archer. That way I have more time to smoke my weed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a funny character, Job, in the book when you read it. That's why Job wants to be an archer. I almost spoiled story for you. That's why Job wants to be an archer in Volume 2. Because he wants when you fight range, he has more time to smoke his pipe of weed. Obviously, where you fight melee, you can't really smoke your pipe of weed, right? That's why Job wants to be a ranged fighter in the book when you read it. Him and Sirius are like dual archers in the book when you read it. That's why you're gonna see Andy Serkis. He's an archer with Sirius, yeah. In the movie, looking at a masterpiece, man. Peter's Ivy, looking at a masterpiece, man. This is Brother of the Rings, all right. I hope he's Brother of the Rings. Look at a masterpiece, man. Yeah. Ivan, is Keanu Reeves greedy? Of course he is. Keanu Reeves is a greedy pick too, man. All the A-listers in Hollywood are greedy picks, man. Keanu Reeves took all that treasure for himself for Matrix, right? He's greedy too, man. Keanu Reeves made like $200 million or something like that, and Lawrence Fishburne took a smaller piece of it. But Keanu Reeves made all the money for the Matrix. He made his like $200 million, I heard. 200 million plus. And I heard Carrie-Anne Moss got like nothing. She made like, I don't know, like $1 million. I think she got maybe a couple $100,000 for Matrix 1, maybe $1 million for Matrix 2, maybe 1.5 for Matrix 3. And then Keanu Reeves took all that treasure himself too. He's greedy too, Keanu Reeves, man. He's a greedy pig. And Lawrence Fishburne made like 40 million off the Matrix. He took a little piece of it, but Keanu Reeves took the majority of the money. He made like his 200 million for the Matrix trilogy. That's how you know he's greedy too. But I'm not paying Keanu Reeves 200 million for the Great Escape. He's not worth that. He gets 125, 135. If he's worth like 420 by then, I'd pay him 135 of the film profits, Keanu Reeves. But I'm not going any higher than that, man. He's not. I'm not going to pay him $200. He's not worth that. Ivan, he's big, man. You know how big Keanu Reeves is? I'm like, guys, he may be big in Hollywood, but in my movie, he's not going to be that, man. I'm not going to overpay him and have him dupe me when he's not the main show. No way. You guys are getting greedy, and you're starting to piss me off. I'm not paying Keanu Reeves $200 million of the film profits, man. That's a good chunk of me, VJ's profits off the movie nets. I'm not paying him any more than that, man. This is enough. If you don't like this, guys, you're more than welcome to work Hall of Fame, less money be left behind. This is a lot. I give you a good deal. Keanu Reeves signed a mega $200 million deal with his earnings. All his earnings. He gets $47 million. 47 million plus, let's say 135, and he gets 400K for the promos. So 47 for his base and bonus, 135 for the film profits. I'm paying him 10 for the game, 7 for the merch. That's 199 million, and he makes like his million in speaking. That's 200 million. And he gets 400K for the promos. So Keanu Reeves signed his 200 million deal in Canadian money, which is a $140 million deal in his American money. Keanu Reeves does not make $140 million in Hollywood. He makes like his 15, 20 million, whatever it is. 10, sometimes even for John Wick, I heard he only made like 5 million, 2 million or something like that for John Wick. Yeah, the only movie where Keanu Reeves made more money than The Great Escape is The Matrix. The Matrix, he made his 200 million in his American money. But Keanu Reeves is Canadian, but he lives in the States, obviously. He lives in the States. He's Canadian, but he lives in the States. Keanu Reeves. He's Canadian like me. But he happens to live in the States. He lives in Los Angeles. So he's making his $140 million. Which is like 90 million. Keanu Reeves is walking away like 70-something million. 77, 80 million is back around there, right? After taxes and his agent's cut. 75 million, 80 million is back after taxes. A lot of money, man. He's $75 million richer. That's a lot of money for Keanu Reeves. You guys it's a lot of money, but like, we want to pick a chunk of it. I know. If you think about the amount of money me and Meech are making, you're going to feel like shit. Stop thinking about the amount of money me and Meech are making and just know that we gave you a good deal, man. You guys don't make this in Hollywood on average, man. You make like your 10, 15, 12, 20, 30 if you're lucky, and you get maybe 15 million of the royalties, 20 million of the royalties if you're lucky, man. For the back end promise, I'm giving you way more money than what Hollywood ever pay you. And you get the perks too. Does it come with perks, Ivan? Yes, it comes with perks. Keanu Reeves gets the perks. He gets to part out my yacht, my house. You know what I'm saying? He gets his limo services. He gets to stay at suites and everything when he's training and everything. And he gets his limo services. He gets his buffet. Flying on a private jet. Yeah, you get all the nice perks, man. So I'm saying? For the Great Escape. Yeah. Because the agents and managers are going to ask me, Ivan, does it come with perks? I'm like, yeah, it comes with perks. What are the perks, Ivan? I tell them the perks. Oh, yeah, that's a good deal. It comes with perks. Yeah, it comes with perks, man. It comes with perks. Yeah. It's nice flying on a private jet, right? Privately, right? I'm going to have a high-end jet like Incredibles, man. The actors get to fly on my jet. My movies, right? For the world tour, you're flying on my private jet. You're staying at luxury suites. Not like $10,000 suites, but nice like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 nice suites. I'm going to tell the presidents do not go any higher than $4,000 for the suites. I don't want you draining the budget. I have enough to pay for a $10,000 suite, but I don't want to be stupid. Anything over $4,000, don't rent it for the suites during the world tour and all stuff. Even when the actors are training, don't rent any more than $4,000 nice suite. $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, that's good. Anything over that, don't rent it. It's too expensive. You're going to drain the budget. So I'm sorry. Yeah. I've watched Adam Drive Daisy really beg Johnny for word. Oh yeah, they're really gonna beg him, man. And when they beg him, they're being very sincere. Like they're very sincere. Like John, I know you think I'm joking around. I'm not playing the games here, man. Like I'm not, John. I'm not kidding around. I need your help, man. Can you please give Ivan and VJ a good word for us, man? Please, please, John. Please. Yeah, they're gonna beg him. Don't worry about it, guys. I will, man. He's a bit annoying. I'm saying I'm not giving you word. If I ask your word, would give word. I'm not giving you word. He does a good word job. I think. It's actually funny. I'm saying, yeah. Obviously. Yeah. So it's a frenzy. Oh yeah, when the Zane stars go to an event in Hollywood, that's when all the actors are there with them. The agents are networking too with their agents. Yeah, trying to ask for word. It's crazy because all the Hollywood actors would rather work for me than work in Hollywood. They want out of the Hollywood system. They know I can pay them more, and it's not fun being left behind and having your movie and television show being the side attention. Ivan and VJ's movie's the main event. Yeah, I want to be the main event with Ivan and VJ, be in their movie and experience that buzz with them and be saved. And get paid all that money, those millions, those tens of millions, and experience being a famous movie star with them than being left behind in Hollywood. Because their movies and television shows are the side attention. Some Sarah? They're the side attention, man, yeah. Some Sarah? Even the big movies like Marvel, DC, side attention. They're all the side attention, obviously, yeah. So their agents and managers will tell them, yeah, guys, Sky's Entertainment is the big dog now. You know what I'm saying? This is your opportunity to get out of the Hollywood system and experience that glorious sesame with IMVJ. Network with all the Zane stars, guys. Strengthen your chances of being in Ivan's next movie. And the Hollywood actors all network with the Zane stars in Hollywood when they're chosen. It's crazy, man. Once it's official and you get the announcement, John Boyega's chosen, Yvonne Julia's chosen, Jimon Su's chosen, Idris Elba's chosen, and they sign their contracts are revealed on the website, and they go to an event in Hollywood, that's when all the Hollywood actors are going to network with them. Like, fuck, you're lucky, man. You sign your contract, you get to be a part of that amazing Zane story, that horrific journey of devils, everything them devils, and the battle scenes, that $2 billion budget movie. Yeah, they're envious, the Hollywood actors. And they're begging the Zane stars for words. Crazy. There's a reason why VJ made that Barry and E song, because me and her are going to be boss. Everyone's begging. All the Zane stars are begging me to resign them. The Hollywood actors are begging them for word, and the world is begging for forgiveness because now they feel the price of being left behind. The world's getting what they deserve. They're left behind and not saved. You guys are left behind and not saved. You gotta deserve. Some Sarah. Almost on here, guys. Yeah. So Eric will be a devil? Yes, that's why the Xanthers are lucky, and that's why the movie will have crazy white buzz. Once the world sees the trailer and see what Eric and them look like, holy shit, that's fucking scary. That's a devil, man. Yeah, Eric gonna be a walking devil. A walking, like, AI devil, man. Something real. You know how AI, they look human? They look so real, but they're not really human. Yeah, Eric will be like an AI devil. He looks so real and amazing. Because I poured so much money towards the mask and visual effects. I'll ask Peter, if I put $400 towards visual effects, how scary would that be with the amount of money I put towards the mask? Ivan, you're looking at a walking like AI devil. Look at something so real. You're looking at real horror, Ivan. It wasn't a feel for you guys a little bit. Yeah. It's real horror. And that's why John Boyega and all of them are fucking lucky, man. Yvonne, Joe, J.G. Monsoon, and all of them, they're all lucky. You gotta be part of that amazing story with me, man. Yeah. And they're gonna be saved for 5 years of their life, half a decade. Hence why once the journey's over with, they're gonna beg because they were saved for half a decade, right? I don't know, 4 years of their life they were saved, experienced that success and fame with me, VJ. They know they're going to lose that feeling when they go back to Hollywood. That's why they're all going to beg. They know my company's better in Hollywood. I can pay them more. Yeah. John Boyega knows for the greatest hit, I can easily pay him like 10, his 10.2 or something. I can easily give him like 11 million of the royalties. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. it'll take a while for John Boyega to make even 50 million Hollywood after he does Zanus. Chances are after Zanus, John Boyega can negotiate for his 5, 6, 7, maybe his 8 if he's lucky. And as years go by, he can negotiate for more, but it's going to take time. He has to build his brand, right? His name. I told you, even though he's successful in Hollywood, his movies and television shows, where it is all the side attention, John Boyega. Avon Joje's television shows, movies, side attention. Jimon Su, all the Zane stars, their stuff's side attention. Hence why they're going to beg, because they'd rather work for me and they don't want to be left behind. They want to be saved. Yeah, it's not fair, Ivan. Like, we get to experience this success and fame with you and VJ for Zanus, and you just ditch us and we go back to Hollywood, we're left behind, and you do the greatest hit with Keanu Reeves and we're left out, Ivan. I'm like, yes, you're not good for the greatest hit with Keanu Reeves. I'm not going to resign you guys. Some say I don't. People said, yeah. 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 Will they really beg you, VJ, to resign them as Zane stars? Yes, they will. Some of them might even shed a tear. Like, Ivan, VJ, please, man. Like, I don't want to be left behind, Ivan. But look, man, your pity game's not going to work, man. You're not good for the next movie, guys. You can't be selfish, man. All these Hollywood actors felt like shit during the term of the Zane's movie project. Now they want to experience the success and fame with Ivan VJ for The Great Escape, Sarah. It's not fair to Keanu Reeves. It's not fair to Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Those guys want to experience the success and fame of me and VJ too. It's not just about you guys. Yeah, but Ivan, those guys are really successful. My guys, it's not the point. The point is they want to be saved too, and they want to experience that success and fame with me and VJ too. It's not just about you guys, man. You experience the success and fame for Zanus. You're not going to experience the success and fame for The Great Escape with Keanu Reeves. You're not good for the movies, Sarah. Yeah. Ivan, what about The Matrix? The Matrix is most likely not happening. They're making Matrix 5. But if Matrix 5 gets cancelled, I'm going to have that talk with VJ. Do you want to do The Great Escape with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Keanu Reeves, or do you want to do The Matrix, VJ? Well, for The Matrix, it's going to cost more money. I have to pay for the rights. Yeah, I'll pay Warner Bros. $2 billion for the rights of the sequels. Realistically speaking, The Matrix is worth maybe $250, $300 million for the rights. While I'm generous enough to give Warner Bros. $2 billion, considering now that the Matrix brand is in my hands, it's worth more than $250 million. I'll gladly pay Warner Bros. $2 billion in my Canadian money, obviously. Not their American money, no. $2 billion in Canadian money, which is like $1.4 billion in American money. That's a good deal for the rights for the Matrix. Obviously, for Warner Bros., right? That's only if Matrix 5 gets canceled. I might consider doing the Matrix with Michael B. Jordan, obviously. But Michael B. Jordan's not worth $10 million anymore. He's worth $40 million now. By then, he might be worth $50 million by the time if I do the Matrix. So you have to pay him more. Obviously. How much do we pay Michael? Michael, if he's worth $50 million by the time I do the Matrix, if I do the Matrix, most likely not. Hypothetically speaking, I can pay him is like 12. Is 12 million. I can give him 18 million of the film profit. That's a good deal for Michael B. Jordan, right? If he's worth 50, if he's worth 45, well, most likely worth is 50 something. So you can pay him his 12 base and give him 18 million of the film profits, Michael B. Jordan. If I do the Matrix, most likely not though. I'm speaking hypothetically here. And you can pay him like $1 million, like $4 for the merch, and like $2.5 million for the game. That's a good deal for Michael B. Jordan. What's your idea for the Matrix game? The Matrix game, you don't just play as me, you play as all the other guys, so you have missions and everything too. You play as Michael B. Jordan, you play as me, you play as VJ, you play as Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, I also want the Matrix too. That's why Ben Affleck's praying I do the Matrix. Because he wants to be saved for I want to experience that sense of thing when I have VJ for like 10 years of my life. Because the Matrix, I'm doing a trilogy for that. I'm not filming the Matrix back to back. The Matrix, I'm not filming back to back. I'm filming it a couple years at a time. Because my idea is every movie takes place a couple years later, like a year later, maybe 8 months later, or something like that. So, yeah. Some sorry. But the Matrix most likely not happening because they're doing Warner Bros. Is doing Matrix 5. I'm shocked they're doing Matrix 5. Matrix 4 flopped. They're doing Matrix 5. Unless it gets canceled and it goes into development hell, I'm going to have that talk with VV. Do you want to kick ass in the Matrix, or do you want to do the romance story, They're Unique, and the Greatest of Keanu Reeves? What do you want to do? If Warner Bros. Cancels the Matrix 5 project, we'll see what happens. But no, I don't know, 85% chance I do The Great Escape, a 50% chance I do The Matrix. It just depends what happens with Matrix 5. I have to have that talk with VJ some center. Yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go upstairs and get my car for myself. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I can talk for a little bit longer. Maybe another 10 minutes, I'm done, guys. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. I'll talk a little longer when I'm done here, guys. This might be a 1 hour, 20 minute video and I'm done. Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying this, guys. You guys better enjoy these Sabbath versus Why So Canon, right? Because when I'm king, I'm not making rules for you, right? I'm gonna forget about this channel when I'm king with VJ, right? Yeah. Yeah. Will Warner Bros. Accept your deal? Maybe not. But I'm offering to give them $2 billion for the rights. I can easily be cheap and give you like $250 million for the rights. Realistically speaking, I should be paying maybe $250 million for the rights. Because I know the brand's now in my hands, it becomes worth more. I can give Warner Bros. $2 billion for the rights of the Matrix. Obviously. Ivan, what about a stock deal? No, you're not getting a piece of my money. It's an all-up cash deal. You have to tell David Zaslav that way he knows if they're interested, right? $2 billion for the rights of the Matrix is my deal for Warner Bros. And you guys already know my story, right? The 7th one is the lucky one. Lucky one, number 7, yeah. Whereas Keanu Reeves is the 6th one. 6 is not a lucky number, right? You can add that in the story to make it more interesting. Yeah, Keanu Reeves, Neo, the Oracle tells me Neo was never the true one. I told him he wasn't too bright. He made a lot of errors. I'm like, why was he not the true one? Because he wasn't the true chosen one. Yeah, he chose his own on the left when he was supposed to take it on the right. He made errors. Hence why I told him he's not too bright. The Oracle tells me that he was blinded by his love for Trinity instead of saving Zion. Yeah, Neo, and he couldn't defeat Smith because he wasn't the chosen one. He made an error. He let Smith cognitive onto him. That's why in that scene in Reload, some part of you imprisoned onto me. I've changed, a new man, apparently free. Yeah, you add that in the flashback scenes. That way it coincides with your story. I have your genius as I am. I'm a genius, man. That's why Brie Larson, John Krasinski, and Ben Affleck, Michael B. Jordan are praying to God I do The Matrix, because if I do The Matrix, they're going to be signing a 3-movie deal, right? They're going to be they're signing a mega 3-movie deal for my movie for The Matrix. Somebody tells me, VJ will tell me, Ivan, let's do The Matrix. Yeah, even though it's cool doing a romance story and The Great Escape, I'd rather do the Matrix with you, Ivy. Yeah, but that's only if Matrix 5 doesn't happen, right? If Matrix 5 happens, I'm not doing the Matrix. I'm doing the Great Escape with Keanu Reeves. Ben Affleck will be in the Great Escape, but the Great Escape's a one and done, right? Whereas for the Matrix, he signed a 3-movie deal. So he's saved for 10 years. But my deal for the Matrix stars, you can't take offers in Hollywood. You're exclusively signed on for the Matrix movie. Because I don't want you being distracted and stressed out, Sarah, and having schedule delays, schedule conflicts, all that stuff. I talk about the schedule conflicts, right? Yeah. For the Matrix. Sarah. Yeah. What if Michael B. Jordan gets greedy and wants 15 million? I'm like, no, Michael, you're not worth 15. If he's worth, Michael B. Jordan's worth 40 million now. By then, he'll be worth probably maybe 50, 55 million. So you can give him 12 million for his base, and he gets 18 million at the film profits. What about 30? I'm like, no, Michael, you're not worth that. You get your 18, and then I'll give you raises for Matrix 5 and Matrix 6. For the first Matrix 4, pay Michael his 12. For the second or the fifth Matrix, you pay him his 13.5. And then for the sixth one, he gets like 4. He gets his like 15 million. You can pay him his 15 million, and I'll give him raises for his royalties too. Like for the second movie, you can pay him 20. Third movie, he gets like 23, 24 or something like that. The film profits, Michael B. Jordan. That's a good deal for him. And you get your millions for the game too. Yeah. Because the agents and managers are going to tell me, all right, if you want Michael B. Jordan to be exclusively signed off for Sky Source, you have to pay him a lot of money. That way, when Hollywood throws him offers, he can turn it down. So I'm saying, because he's already taken care of. I made sure I paid him a lot of money that Hollywood doesn't pay him. Michael B. Jordan makes like his 3, 4, 5 in Hollywood, right? Yeah, that's how much he makes on average. I'm paying him way more than what he makes in Hollywood. So if Hollywood throws Michael an $8 million offer, he can turn it down because he knows I'm going to pay him a lot of money for the sequel, right? Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm signing on with Sky Source exclusively. I can't take jobs in Hollywood. Yeah. Obviously. But after you have to pay him a lot of money. That way, when Hollywood offers him contracts, he can turn it down. And Ben Affleck signed a mega deal for the Matrix, right? He signed a huge contract. He's making the most out of everyone, right? He signed like a 280 million deal, 300 million, 280 million deal for the 3 movies around there. Ben Affleck, hence pay him that way. Ben Affleck's happy, and when he can turn down Hollywood offers when they offer him contracts, when they offer his agent and manager's contract, that he can turn it down if I do the Matrix. But the Matrix is highly unlikely, guys. It's most likely to be the greatest thing with Keanu Reeves, and they're unique with KJ Apa and Zendaya. I'm sorry. But I really want to do that Matrix trilogy after Zane's, man. But they're doing Matrix 5, man. So my plans got fucked, right? It's all good. I have a backup plan. If Matrix 5 happens officially, I'll just do the Great Escape with Keanu Reeves. Right? Yeah, there you go. The question is, which movie would you rather see? Would you rather see me and VJ as secret agents kicking ass on the run from a criminal organization, or would you rather have me the one kicking ass and VJ's like Trinity kicking ass in the Matrix? What would you rather have? That's a tough one, man. Like, something tells me I'd rather see you in the Great Escape as a secret agent, but it'd also be cool to see you as the one kicking ass. Yeah, that's why it's like a back and forth. It's tough, obviously. But something tells me Matrix 5 will get cancelled. Something tells me it's going to go into development hell. They're going to cancel it. Because Matrix 4 flopped. Who knows? We'll see what happens, right? But it's official. They actually are making Matrix 5. I checked on Google. But just because it's official doesn't necessarily mean the movie's going to happen. You have something called development hell in Hollywood. Like the Blade movie has been going on, was announced officially 6 years ago, 2019, and the franchise is in development hell. With that black guy, what's his name again? Mahershala Ali, yeah. The Blade is in development hell right now. So who knows? That might happen for Matrix 5. We'll see what happens. I'm surprised you're making Matrix 5. Matrix 4 made no money, man. It flopped, and you're making Matrix 5. Ugh, I don't get it, man. Anyways. But the only way I'll do the Matrix, if Matrix 5 doesn't happen, obviously, the Wachowski sisters or brothers, whatever they are, right? The hybrids have to be on board to direct and produce my movie. if they're not on board, I'm not going to make the Matrix because nobody knows the Matrix better than the Wachowski sisters. They created that IP, hence why they have to be on board. But if you want them to be on, they're probably going to give me conditions. The only way I'll be on board is if you offer us a boatload of money. They're going to demand a lot of money, which I'm willing to pay them a lot of money for the movie. And you better have a good story for the sequels, otherwise we're not going to be involved in it. And I tell them, I brainstorm, I tell them ideas for the sequels. They're all blown away, like, holy shit, Ivan, that sounds like a master's Ivan. Like, sign us up, man. Like, yeah, this is better than our trilogy. Well, better than Reloaded and Revolutions. I don't know about the Matrix 1. It's tough to top that. I don't think Matrix 4 will be as good as Matrix 1, the Matrix 1, the first one, in terms of story. But in terms of entertainment, it'll be better because I'm acting as the one. I'm more interesting to watch as a one than Keanu Reeves, obviously, right? It's very tough to top the original Matrix story, but I think it'll be better than Reloaded and Revolutions, as those movies were not as good as the first one, obviously. I tell them my ideas, they're like, holy shit, Ivan. You guys know my idea for my movie, obviously, my Matrix trilogy. Holy shit, you're a fucking genius, Ivan. Like, man, like, that sounds like a masterpiece. That's a masterpiece. I know it's a masterpiece, man. I'm a genius. I'm a creative genius. Samsara. So who will be like the lead characters? Well, I'll be the lead of the movie, but VJ and Michael B. Jordan are also the support. They're the leads too. Like, us three are like pretty much the leads. And then John Krasinski and Brie Larson and Paul Bettany and Ben Affleck are supporting characters. My idea is Ben Affleck is the leader of the Nebuchadnezzar. And Michael B. Jordan's second in command. And he's the grandson of Naomi and Morpheus. So it's like 70 years later since the events of Revolutions. And Naomi and Morpheus get married. And they have a kid. They have children. And their children's children is Michael B. Jordan. He's the grandson of Morpheus and Naomi. And you see the graves of Morpheus and Naomi. Everyone knows about them. It's a new generation. Zion looks updated because it's 7 years later. The Matrix is updated a little bit. The Nebuchadnezzar, the equipment in Nebuchadnezzar, and the programs, everything upgraded. The weapon program, the training program, updated. It's 7 years later. And the humans are at peace with the machines from Revolutions, but then Smith hacks back into the Matrix, and it causes the deja. You have something called the deja vu. That's why my idea for Matrix 4 is Matrix Deja Vu. I'm a genius. And a new one is born, the seventh one, the lucky one. Whereas Keanu Reeves is not the lucky one. He was what? The cursed one, right? Because 6 is like a cursed number, right? Yeah. Keanu Reeves is the sixth one when you watch the movie, right? Remember he said there were 5 ones before you, the architect? Yeah. Yeah, right. If you make Matrix 5, you're kind of shitting on Keanu Reeves' legacy. Tough. That's my answer. Yeah. I told you, the Matrix happening is highly unlikely, man. It's going to be the greatest hit of Keanu Reeves, right? That's just the truth, right? Yeah. And you're looking at an amazing game, too. The Matrix game will be amazing. Unreal Engine 5, like I showed you. That's why Rob was like, Ivan, if I do the Matrix, Ivan, you're doing a Matrix game? Like the Unreal 5 engine? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit. He's like, sign me up, fam. He's all excited for the game. Right, yeah. Obviously. It's most likely the greatest hit of Keanu Reeves, guys. It's not the Matrix. We're doing Matrix 5, so it's not happening, right? I'm speaking hypothetically here, but you never know. It might go into development hell, Matrix 5. If it goes into development hell and it gets canceled, I might consider purchasing the rights off Warner Bros. For like $2 billion in my Canadian money, which is like 1.4 billion and 1.3 billion in American money. That's a good deal for the rights, right? For Warner Bros. What about a stock deal? I'm like, no, man, you guys are not getting a piece of my money. I know you want a piece of my money. You're not getting a piece of my money. It's an all-out cash deal, no stocks. I know why you want a stock deal, because you know over time the brand will be worth more. You'll make more money. I'm not giving you a stock deal. Samsara. Because the executives of Warner Bros. know if I offer them a stock deal, they're gonna make a lot of money. Because my Matrix brand will become worth more money, and that's more money for them if I give them a stock deal. That's why I'm not giving them a stock deal. It's an all-out cash deal for my company, for the rights for the Matrix. He goes, I don't want to own your original Matrix brand. That's yours. It's too much work for my team. I just want to own your sequel rights. That's it. The sequel rights are me, VJs. It's not yours. Sarah? Yeah. Before I shut down here, so I have no idea is when Smith returns, he mocks Keanu Reeves. Yeah, they say Smith is like any anomalies, and they're like no anomalies. The last anomaly known was Thomas Anderson, also known as Neo, deceased 7 years ago. And he laughs. They all laugh. Ha ha. Even Thomas Anderson or Neo couldn't defeat me. And they mock Keanu Reeves because he couldn't defeat Smith, obviously. That's my idea. That's genius, I know. That's why the Wakanda sisters would blow away with my story. Holy shit, we made that shitty Resurrection movie, and the Warner Bros. Executives will be shocked by my story when I pitch it to them. Yeah, Ivan, like, you're a genius, man. Like we made that shitty Resurrection story. Yeah, they feel it's like an embarrassment, right? Yeah, we made that shitty Resurrection story, and this is your idea for Matrix 4. Holy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think Warner Bros. Will be interesting in selling it off if Matrix 5 gets canceled, right? Selling off the sequel rights. Not the Matrix brand. The original Matrix brand is yours. I just want the sequel rights. I don't want to own your Matrix brand. That's yours. But the sequel rights, I want to own that. So the trilogy movie rights, the merchandise rights, and the game rights. I'm also going to make amazing Unreal Engine 5 games for the Matrix. That's mine and VJ's, but the original Matrix brand is yours. I don't want to own that. So, Sarah? Okay, Ivan, that's what you're saying. Yeah, that's my deal for the Matrix. Awesome. Yeah. Ivan, that's genius. Naomi and Morpheus get married, and their grandson is Michael B. Jordan. It's like 70 years later, 65, 70 years later. Yeah. And Michael B. Jordan will be in his 50s by then. He's yeah. His grandfather is Morpheus and Naomi, and you see the graves of Morpheus and Naomi in Zion. They're like legends, they're heroes. They fought in the Resistance War like 70 years ago. You see the grave of Neo, even though his body's not there. Everyone knows about Neo. He saved Zion, supposedly, right? He didn't really save Zion, but he saved Zion, and yeah. That's why in that scene when after they meet the Oracle, they have that meeting Nebuchadnezzar. You know what I'm saying? And then Michael B. Jordan's like, he's a Smith is back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Neo failed us all. And he's like, don't say that. Neo saved us. He saved Zion. He saved the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Michael B. Jordan's like, oh yeah? Look around. 80s men's all back in the Matrix with 3 other 80s. I know it was a take. Let's look at what's saving to me, man. Alright, that's genius, yeah. The Wakanda says, alright, that's genius. Put that in the script. Yeah, that's why I'm going to consult for the script, obviously. Because I'm a creative genius, but they have to write it. The Wakanda sisters have to write it, obviously. But I'll consult for the script. Matrix 4, 5, 6 script. Obviously. Anyways, guys, here's where I talk for an hour and 27 minutes. That's good enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Stay tuned. I'll make a video tomorrow after my daunting shift at Google 40. I'll call this video Greedy Agents and Managers and the Matrix. This is Ivan. I'm signing off. Peace, guys. Bye. Talk to you soon.